Hey guys, I just got done watching the most recent episode of Twin Peaks Don't Die. I have to say it put my stomach is a little bit in my throat because of one scene in particular. If you've seen the episode already, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's the scene where you have the very loving mother and, happy little boy having fun in the park, doing this sort of chasing tag game. And they get to a street corner, an intersection, and they're ready to cross, and we see very angry, psychotic, impatient Richard Horne. He couldn't wait for everyone to go. He just could not wait. So he decides to veer around everyone in traffic and just drive right through the intersection. And just as this little boy is going to run across so his mom can catch up to him, Richard gets him. Now, that scene was really rough to watch. I felt like my stomach go into my throat immediately. My face welled up with tears because, I'm a human being, and that's what happens when you see, a little kid, anyone get hurt like that. So this episode, for that scene alone, made it really memorable, but not in the best way. I know what they're trying to do. I think Twin Peaks is going to make you a little uncomfortable. It's going to be a little rough. So there's the whole trailer park manager. I always forget his actual character name, but he's in the park watching this mother and son having a great day, and he smiles. And a few moments before that, he was thinking about death and how he's been smoking for most of his life, and he's not even nothing as bad is happening to him. And then he witnesses this tragedy, this senseless tragedy. Shouldn't have happened. This scene is just, there's a lot of important things that happen in this scene. He sees the boy, die, and then he also sees his aura, his spirit, whatever you want to call it, this golden or yellow thing just rise up from his body and into the sky, or also into the power lines, because they were power lines were there and the sky was there, and we all know in Twin Peaks power lines, they mean something. One of the most important things about this scene, it's actually sort of a callback to Fire Walk With Me, because there's a scene where we have the same trailer park manager in his trailer, and suddenly he gets this sort of stunned look in his face, like he's just been punched in the gut. And this scene is also sort of complemented by another scene showing that same power line with the number 6 on it. So we have a little bit of Fire Walk With Me in this episode, a little bit of a callback, a reference, allusion to Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me. And I'm wondering if in the movie he's feeling what happens at that moment, because there's a moment where he just looks stunned and taken aback and remorseful, and just when he had just been sort of yelling and being aggravated moments earlier, suddenly he's just he looks stunned. And I'm wondering if he's feeling, in the movie, in Fire Walk With Me, stay with me here, he's feeling that remorse for what happens at that same, intersection under those power lines in the future. I'm starting to think that's what that was. So that was probably the most standout part of that episode. Other than that, the biggest reveal, which most of us had predicted already. I knew this was, once I saw her name in the cast listing, I knew Diane was announced. We saw Albert go into this bar. He says one thing, he says Diane, and we see Laura Dern turn around with sort of this platinum blonde short hair thing going on. And I went crazy because I had predicted, not to toot my own horn, I know a lot of us predicted it, that Laura Dern was going to be Diane, and that's who Albert and Cole were alluding to in the Doesn't Get Any Bluer episode. Also, we have another scene where Dougie is drawing on his case files, and it's sort of he sort of figures something out. I didn't really understand that, what he actually was pointing to. I guess it's sort of some fraudulent thing going on, possibly. But it looks like weird drawings, but there's actually something happening on those pages. So if you understood that scene a little better, please let me know in the comments below. I was a little lost there, but I knew there was some significance to it. He had pulled something off. Just don't know what it is. So We also find that Dougie's wife is sort of a badass. She's a little hardcore dealing with these two thugs that want their money back, and they want this with this high interest rate. And she says, "This is all you're getting." Naomi Watts, I love Naomi Watts. She's such a great actress. She pulled that scene off very nicely, and it was really great to watch her just like hand those guys their asses. So, good to know Dougie has a good wife on her hand, good wife on his hands, or did. Coop is in strong hands, even though she doesn't realize that this isn't her husband, who was, I'm guessing, sort of an asshole. Didn't really treat her right. Who knows how he treated the son. But I think the son knows that that's not his dad. I don't know. We're still learning more about this family. The whole Richard Horne scene, if you don't know that kid in the truck is credited as Richard Horne. That scene with him and the magician guy, like sort of harassing him, is the same dude that was in the second episode that gave Shelly the finger guns. I want to know what his deal is. He knows a little bit of magic. That thing with the dime was weird. He got it into his mouth. I don't know how that happened. Maybe he has powers, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm sure we'll learn more. It seems like he wants Richard to do a job. He sort of made him feel like, shit, which led him to being so outraged that he ran over an innocent little boy. We also get another glimpse at Jade, who I feel like is super. We haven't seen enough of Jade. I want to see more Jade because I feel like she's super important. Jade give 2 rides. Funniest thing, every time he says it. I was hoping he said it. He said it. Cracked me up. A lot of funny stuff. A lot of very heart-gutting, sad stuff. We also see Mike in the Black Lodge, or in the waiting room, whatever, saying, "Don't die, wake up, wake up." Doing sort of a weird arm motion. Cooper's in trouble. Dougie Cooper is in trouble. We also saw that scene with the short guy killing the lady that sort of, I think, called the black box. She called the black box. They couldn't kill Dougie. They couldn't find Dougie. She's the one that called that black box on her BlackBerry. She's dead now. So that guy killed her, and he looks like he's out for Dougie next. Who is he working for? I'm guessing Evil Coop or Jeffries or somebody completely different. But I'm guessing it's one of them. So I feel like we're gonna see more of this guy. He seems to be somebody that's called in to do a job that other people can't seem to do well. That's the sort of the idea I'm getting, is sort of just like an assassin for hire. So let me know what you thought about this episode. I know it was a little hard to watch for a lot of us, but so much happened at the same time. Let me know what you thought. Comments below. Give me your theories about what's going on. Give me your theories about that whole Fire Walk With Me correlation connection. If you like this video, please subscribe. As always, it really helps me out. And I shall see you guys next week. This is pretty good. We're getting somewhere now. We're 6 episodes in, so we're about 1/3 of the way in now. Things are going to start picking up a little bit, I think. I shall see you guys next week then. Hang in there.